Hello guys, this is the blog regarding the Nikon D3000 DSLR camera with the kit lens 1855mm VR lens and the Tamron telephoto zoom lens, which is Tamron A17. We know that the Nikon D3000 is a starter camera, DSLR camera, which you can use if you want to jump from a traditional compact autofocus camera to the world of DSLR. The Nikon D3000 does not have a live view, but it has got all the other basic functions of the DSLR camera, which is quite good for a amateur photographer or somebody who likes to become a professional photographer. The kit lens which it comes is the 1855mm VR lens, the kit lens from Nikon, which has got this variable reduction technology. That means it is able to make the pictures vibration free, even though there is a short vibration during the picture taking process. And this is a normal kit lens which has got the 18 to 55mm of the zoom, that is typically a 3x zoom. However, if you look at the Tamron A17 lens, which I have fitted here in the Nikon D3000, it has got one extra function, that is the normal and macro mode. The normal and macro mode here, the macro mode can be activated from 180 to 300 mm zoom, that is 180 to 300 mm range. The macro function of this lens can be activated so that you can get a very close-up and sharp pictures of the distant objects, for example the flowers or the bees, because if you are taking the pictures of the flowers or the bees, you don't want to disturb them. And it really looks nice. The combination of the Nikon D3000 and the Tamron A17 lens really look nice, and it really looks like a professional camera because of the long and the big zoom lens that you have with a cheap camera like the D3000. One another thing is that the D3000, being a starter DSLR camera, does not have a built-in motor on its body, so that if you want to use the autofocus, here you can see the autofocus function of any lens that fits onto the Nikon D3000, it must have the silent wave motor or the built-in motor for the autofocus function to work. And the Tamron A17, please note this, the Tamron A17, which comes with the AFS, or any lens that fits onto the Nikon D3000 camera but comes with the AFS notification, that is autofocus motor, silent wave motor, only has the autofocus function enabled in the lens with this camera. So here the Tamron A17 has got this autofocus function enabled for the D3000 because it has got the built-in lens. And you can see here, if I try to focus, the autofocus function is enabled, right? You can see this is the main. It has got two focus. The one is the coarse focus and one is the fine focus. If you turn on the manual, then you will be able to turn on the fine focus here. Now if the manual mode is on, then you will be able to turn on the fine focus. One of the normal problem with the long lenses is that the lenses, when we point at the 90 degree, tend to creep. But in this case, in case of the Tamron, if we are fully pointing it to the 90 degree, also the lens does not fall down. For example, in case of the Nikon 18 to 200 mm, if the barrel is fully extended and you turn 90 degree upward, then the barrel will fall down on its own weight. But in case of the Tamron, it does not happen. Okay, and here, let me put back to the autofocus mode. Here, the another function of this lens is that the coarse focus and the fine focus are placed very nicely so that you can easily use both of the focusing ring, and the focusing rings are also very large compared to the Nikon, and it also has got this kind of grip so that it does not slip. So, but one of the small disadvantages of this lens is that it has not got the variable reduction technology, but you cannot imagine a VR technology in a lens which costs for less than $200, and this lens comes for around $180. So I don't think that any lenses which has got the zoom range of 70 to 300 mm can offer the VR technology. But it is quite nice lens, you should try it, and the pictures are very sharp if you take at the correct lighting position, current lighting and the exposure. So it is a really nice combination of the Nikon D3000 and A17. So you can see here, even though it looks very small compared to the other telephoto zoom lens, if you fully extend the barrel, it is a very big lens. It is a very big lens, and you can really imagine this is kit lens fully extended. You can see how there is a difference. You can see how big it is, right? The Tamron A17, this looks like a bit of a giant in front of the Nikon 18-55mm kit lens. So, but the one small disadvantage is that while you focus or zoom, the autofocus or the whole barrel will round up and rotate when the focusing is taking place. You can see here, it will round up, but in case of the D3000 kit lens, the rounding up is not occurring, or it does not round up on itself. But here it rounds up on itself. And another small disadvantage is the noise that it makes. You can hear the noise, but it is a very small thing, and I think like for the price you can compromise for the noise. So this is it, my first review regarding the Nikon D3000 with the Tamron A17 zoom lens. So I will be posting the new videos very soon, so keep on subscribing. Have a good day.